A lot of you don't understand what indentured servitude actually is. You're all like, my great peepappy came over here from Ireland and he was an indentured servant and he had to fight for his rights. He was a slave just like the slaves. No, fuck, he wasn't. There's a very big difference between indentured servitude and slavery. Indentured servitude is a voluntary contract that the servant enters into, which in the terms of colonial United States and the United States in general, it was they paid for their passage to come over here, paid for their food and housing for the term of the contract, which was usually 4 to 7 years. It was a fucking horrible labor system that was abused beyond all recognition, including the fact that 40% of those that were indentured did not live to the end of their contract terms. With that said, it is still voluntary. They're not born into slavery. It is not race-based chattel slavery. They are both awful, but the slavery is a little bit more awful. Also, fair point to point out, when you're sitting there talking about the Irish immigrants coming over from the potato famine, and they're forced to go into the military, and they're forced to work on the railroads, and they're all indentured servants. That's not how this worked. Indentured servitude as a practice was all but ended after the Revolutionary War. While not illegal, nobody was really doing it. Your potato famished Irish that were coming over, practically fucking zero were ever indentured servants. Most of them paid their own way. And when they got off the boat, they were poor, they were hungry, they were being discriminated against. They didn't have an option available to them. So when a guy in a blue uniform says, come work for me, I'll give you free clothes, I'll give you free food and $13 a month, it's an enticing proposition. Also the same with the railroad. They gave you a job. It was one of the only ones that was available to this mass immigrant population. It was shit work, dangerous work, high death rates, and low pay. But at the end of the day, they're not indentured fucking servants, and they're also not slaves. Because as bad as capitalism is, slavery's worse. I hope you understand that. Also, by the way, Ellis Island didn't exist during the Civil War, so can you please stop talking about people coming and getting ripped off the boats right from Ellis Island? Wasn't a thing yet.